Okay, let's get started. Let's do an audio check first. If you can hear me, go ahead and type something in the chat for me. Awesome, thank you. Is it nice and clear or? Perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So today's stream is a little different. I'm doing a cooking show, and while the stuff is cooking in my Instant Pot, I will be building part of my Lego R2D2 set that I got for Father's Day. So let's get started. I do need to put some meat in the Dutch oven first. So we won't be showing too much of that. It's mostly the prep work. So are there any appliances that I am using? I'm not paid to introduce them. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not doing anything monetarily other than what Twitch is allowing. So any appliances I showcase will be strictly just my own personal stuff that I am using. So, and if they happen to see this and like it later, so be it. I will pause my steps as we hit ads. Okay, so the ads are done. So let's continue. Alright, so what we're making tonight is a stuffed pepper soup. So I don't know if anyone else has ever had them, but stuffed bell peppers, especially when they are roasted, if you do it wrong, they typically get a leathery or rubbery type taste, and I don't really like it. So I tried this last time, and it turned out fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I am making the recipe a little bigger because I have 2 pounds of ground turkey. You can use turkey or ground beef, whichever you prefer. Before the stream, I actually went ahead and washed all my vegetables and stuff that I'm going to be using, so there's no worries about that. So doing all of this in the pressure cooker doesn't make it as rubbery as when you roast it. So I like that better. And you just top it with some brown rice, which I actually have in my rice cooker, which I can show everyone later because it's honestly the best rice cooker I've ever had. You can make so many amazing meals in it, and you can treat it as a one pot as well. I like to cook some rice in there and top it with some chicken, fish, or beef, and just make like a bowl, kind of like what you get like a Panda Express or something. I'm not sure what the equivalent for that would be overseas or anything for anyone that's watching from like the UK or anything. Pull the chat up so I can actually see what's going on. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to try my best to do this without cutting my finger, so I'm usually pretty good about that. And for everyone that did stop by, I do appreciate it. I'll do my best to track the ads, so I'm not doing too much progress on this while the ads are running. So, unfortunately, I don't have a way for y'all to get my attention on that, but I'll do my best to watch it. Okay, just removing all the insides of the pepper because I'm picky about the white stuff in the pepper. Okay, we're going to go ahead and dice our peppers. If y'all have any questions about the recipe I'm making or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Oh, I need to check my turkey real quick. Okay, let's keep chopping some peppers here. It's actually a pretty quick recipe too. I did start the brown rice earlier because the brown rice takes about 2 hours to cook in my rice cooker. So that was started as soon as I got home from work. But that should be ready in the next 30 minutes or so. So okay. So for those of us just joining us, because I see a few more people have hopped in, we're making stuffed pepper soup using red and orange bell peppers and ground turkey. So I could use ground beef, but it is more expensive, unfortunately, and turkey is a little more lean generally, so I do like that part about it. So I'm making it heartier than the recipe calls for because I like a hearty soup. And then once I get all this in the pressure cooker, we'll go build some Legos. So, okay. Need to sharpen my knife. Ignore the dogs in the background. You're going to hear them growling at each other. They like to play around a bit. If they come over, I'll introduce them to the stream. And last pepper. So as for the size of the peppers, it's entirely up to you on how big you want to make them. The recipe calls for 1 to 2 peppers. I'm using 3 because I have so much turkey. So I'm going to put all that in. What's up? How are you? Going pretty good, actually. I figured I'd try something new and do a cooking stream for once instead of play games, because I like cooking. Y'all apparently like my posts when I post them up on Blue Sky, so, you know, why not show the method behind the magic? Or the madness, whatever you want to use in this case, because I get pretty messy when I cook. And then a little trash bowl. Okay. Then we are going to do an onion. Hope everyone's enjoying their Monday. For a really, really short week. We have Juneteenth on Thursday for those American-based viewers. So I will be off work that day, only to go back on Friday. Well, I am West Coast, so it's only 5 o'clock here, and we're typically later dinner eaters. So this will probably be done cooking probably about 6 o'clock, 6:30. Trying to keep my work in the center of the camera here. My cutting board likes to move around a little bit. All right. Let me check my turkey real quick. So I'm using a Dutch oven to 120 in the morning. Oh, wow. Yeah, so Juneteenth is actually the true Independence Day for Americans. It's the day that the final slaves were informed about the Emancipation Proclamation from the Civil War. So, sadly, the amendment had passed in the December prior. I believe it was the December prior. And the Emancipation Proclamation was 2 years prior to that, but they didn't get word of it until June 19th of the following year. So that's the day that's considered the true Independence Day, especially among those who are African American, former slaves, and stuff like that. Sadly, it didn't stop everything else going on, but you know, that's the purpose behind the holiday. Okay, so I'm basically at this point waiting for my turkey to finish cooking. So everything is a whole here, but I can go ahead and get the rest of my recipe, rest of the stuff, and show you what I'm using. So we have our peppers and onion. I'll be using. I already have pre-minced garlic in the fridge, so that's what I'll be using for that. We're also using a can of tomato sauce. And we're using 2 cans of diced tomatoes in our stream, in our meal. Sorry. In addition to that, the spices we'll be using marjoram, salt, and pepper. That's it. Super easy recipe. Nothing to it really. And if I mispronounce the name of the seasoning, oops. Just about ready to move this over to the Instant Pot. So we'll go ahead and get this out of the way because we don't need this anymore. And go ahead and move my pot right here. Okay. I move my peppers and onions out of the way. Set my heat pads down. And go ahead and move my turkey, which is almost done cooking. Hello, Jordan. How are you? Welcome to episode 1 of Salty Cooks. I'll figure out a good name for this, but yeah, we're just about ready to put this in here. Okay. So I do want to try and keep all the juices that I just had in the Dutch oven, so I gotta be careful about that. So do it little scoops at a time. Doing really good, thank you. I was really excited when we decided on this meal today. I love stuffed bell peppers, but I'm not a huge fan of the texture of them. And then we found a soup last time I made it, and I fell in love instantly. Especially we're gonna top some brown rice with it too. It is a fantastic meal. I'll actually link the recipe for everybody that I'm basing it off of. I don't want to say I'm using it because I eyeball my stuff. Okay, we're going to put that on saute so it can finish browning up this turkey. Yes, hello Danny, I didn't see you come in. Welcome. Yeah, I love the idea for this. I love the idea for this stream. So, tilt that up a little bit. And then while it's cooking, I get to build my little R2D2. So I will be building this guy while we wait for it to cook. You know, and it's like, I like playing the games, I like doing all that stuff. I enjoy, when I can jump in and collaborate, which was an awesome thing this weekend. I absolutely love collaborating and playing the games, but I don't want to limit myself to that. Everyone loves food. I love food, and I'm always posting pictures about it, so why not? Giving this a second. I might be able to add my peppers and stuff now, actually. Okay, we're going to do that. Add the peppers and onions now. Give them a good stir. Okay. Okay, and I need to add my garlic. Absolutely, put me on the big screen. So, let me go ahead and link the recipe I'm using too. That way everyone has it. Oh, excuse me. So for anyone that wants it, that's the recipe that I'm generally following. I'm not following it exact because I season my own tastes, but you know, it's a simple one, real easy. I enjoy it. Okay. What was next? The garlic. That's right. Okay. So the garlic I use is this. It's a pain to mince garlic by hand already. So I'm not a fan of it. So I just use this. It's same thing, gets you good flavor. About a half a teaspoon is equal to 1 clove. The recipe calls for 3. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to add 3 heaping teaspoons. So that'd be probably about 7 or 8 cloves. We like garlic. Now, if I'm trying something for the first time, I might follow a recipe a little closer. But this one, not so much. Okay. And that has to go for about 5 more minutes. Okay. But I will go ahead and open up my cans. And then I have to prepare my chicken broth as well. Yeah, it really is. We like to say, yeah, I do have the dad mod. It's all food. I love it. It is. It's actually the Instant Pot brand. Back before they went bankrupt. I think they went bankrupt because their product is so good that they just couldn't sell anymore. So it can do soup, meats, chili. It can make porridge. It can make yogurt. So that's kind of cool. Then I was gonna make my broth. How much broth did I need? Two cups. I got 2 cups in there. So for the broth, I don't actually have any broth, but I use this stuff right here. And same thing, I just kind of go until it looks good. I will start at 2 cups with this, simply because I don't want too much liquid in my in the meal. So this is probably the only thing I'll get close to measure out. Okay. Okay, and I think we're just about ready to add everything. Okay, let's see, where am I at? Oh, I forgot one seasoning. It's a good thing I checked. The majoram. I think that's how you pronounce it. Season until it looks good. There we go. Now we can add our tomatoes. 2 cans of diced tomatoes, can of tomato sauce, and then we can add our chicken broth. Okay. Should be good. Let me add a little more of this chicken broth. It looks good, but I'm not too comfortable yet. Okay, that looks better. Okay, and then it's going to pressure cook for about 15 minutes with a natural release, so it's about 25 minutes cook time. But to see, so you can see what it looks like. So this is our pre-cooked product. All right, let me just pop the lid on this thing. Then we will hit cancel on saute. We'll pressure cook on high for 15 minutes. I'm going to turn the keep warm off because it seems to mess up the natural release. Make sure we are on seal. And then I will shift over to the other side so I can do the Legos. Okay. All right. I think we're good here. Alright. Appreciate everyone coming out. Like, this is a better turnout than I expected. You know? Also, and I think Morticia for this idea. I saw the Harry Potter build and I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool. And then I got this Lego set for Father's Day and I was like, I'm building it. So split up our bags. 7, 3, 11, 4, 8, 6, 12, 5. There's one. All right. So here, it's been a minute since I've built anything on my own. Looks like we're building ourselves a miniature R2D2 here. Okay. So step 1 is these things. Absolutely. If y'all haven't already, go ahead and give Morbid Morticia a follow. I dropped it. Where'd it go? Maybe I won't need it. Favorite droid from Star Wars? Ooh, that's a good question. I like R2D2 because he's a jerk, but he's an honest jerk. But if I'm going to be honest, I like, oh my god, what's his name? The one in Rogue One. The one that was hijacked to be a spy. I cannot remember his name for some reason. I'd say he's my favorite. He's so desperately trying to understand everyone, but he can't. Yeah, I think it's K2SO is his name. Yep, yeah, he's got to be my favorite. It's like, stop resisting, you're being rescued. I forgot to build my R2D2. I hope this wasn't what was on the package. Feel upset if this little R2D2 was it. I'm missing a piece. I got it upside down, that's why. There we go. Little onesie then. Yeah, BB-8 was actually kind of cool. I like the idea that they used the magnet idea to keep the top of the head on while he drives around. So that was a really unique idea, something they never tried before. Fun fact about Star Wars, though, the only non-droid character to survive all the Star Wars films is Chewie. No other character other than the droids survived all the Star Wars films. I mean, I guess you could say Palpatine made it, but he was brought back to life that I know of in canon 3 times. BD-1's awesome. I like him too. Have you played through Survivor yet? Yeah, if you haven't played Survivor, you absolutely should. It was a fantastic game. I can't believe I slept on it for a little bit. Oops, let's put all the little pieces in here. Have they confirmed a 3rd game? Yeah, they have confirmed a 3rd game, haven't they? Yeah, I haven't seen any information confirming the 3rd game, but I'll believe you on that one. Was he in the last film? I'd have to check his age. I would definitely have to check Lando's age. Because I don't know if he was alive. No, he was alive during episode 1. Yeah, a trilogy would make sense because everything else in Star Wars is a trilogy, so why not? Okay, red ones now. Building 2 of these. Yeah, so I was playing through it. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but I was playing through it, and when they revealed who the big bad was, I was a little shocked. But I didn't realize he was the big bad at the end, at the time it happened. So when I finished it, I was like, oh yeah, this is an awesome cutscene. And then the credits rolled. I was like, wait, what? What? So that was something else. Just blew my mind. Okay, these go here. Yeah, if you have not played Survivor, absolutely go play it. If you haven't played Fallen Order, and go play Fallen Order first, and then do Survivor. Okay, so green and then the white ones. Let's see what was next. The round thingy. This one. And it goes right here in the middle. Okay, I need 2 of the white, gray ones. As for favorite Star Wars villain, that's another one that people never talk about. So I'm actually a fan of Count Dooku for one simple reason. He was only put into the movies because there was such a backlash to Jar Jar Binks that Lucas could not go forward with his Darth Jar Jar plan. He did confirm that in an interview, that Darth Jar Jar was meant to be a thing, Darth Bane's good too. I like Darth Bane. Yeah, Darth Jar Jar was supposed to be a thing until there's so much backlash to Jar Jar that he scrapped the idea and threw in Dooku. That's why in the second film there's like basically, hey, we're fighting Dooku right away. He's kind of thrown in the mix. There's no introduction to him at all. If you watch the first three movies and watch just Jar Jar Binks, you'll actually see it. Oh, I was supposed to build only one of those. Oh well, I got a second one just in case. You actually see all the stuff that Jar Jar does is Jedi mind trick kind of stuff. So he seems very clumsy. Oh yeah. Yeah, he seems very clumsy, so until he jumps in the pond and like his life is just like everything is too coincidental. And yeah, Christopher Lee is pretty awesome too. He did a really good job with that role. Speaking of movie villains, one of the things I would love to see, since that 007 game's coming out, the Origins, I would love to see a 007 with, oh my god, I can't remember his name now, Sean Connery versus a new James Bond, but Sean Connery is actually a bad guy. I think that would be really cool. The old 007 turned evil versus the new 007. Okay, and then we want to put the little ramp thing on top. And this goes here. We do the same thing again with the other side. Oops, almost lost another piece. I did not know that actually. That's kind of cool. I did not know that about Christopher Lee. That's really good information. Oh, I think the piece I need fell. I don't see it. Oh, found it. Okay, we're good. We found it. I found it. Okay, so I actually put the wrong piece on there. And then we're going to put the little ramp this way. Related to the author in the Special Forces during World War II. Okay, so kind of like how, oh my god. I am drawing a blank now. The guy who wrote Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Basically all his books, from my understanding, are metaphors towards the war, because he served in the Psalms during World War I. Oh my god. J.R.R. Tolkien, there it is. Yeah, I actually didn't know that till a couple years ago, but I never really liked the Hobbit. I never really liked the Hobbit movies or books. Anyways, I tried reading them, but I couldn't do it. How high is it supposed to stand? That's a good idea. It is supposed to stand. It doesn't say. Maybe it says it in the book. It does not say, actually. But the plate so the nameplate is roughly a fifth, and it's probably a good 3 inches thick. So I'd say it's probably going to stand about about a foot and a half. And this is going to go here, 2 below. There we go. And we want the little round one. And then pipes. Oh, see, that's cool. So I knew he was in a band. I didn't know about the permission to marry into royalty, and I didn't know about the I'm assuming he meant execution in France. Like, some of these people, they have some really amazing, like, life stories. Put this together. And put this right here. There we go. Those are supposed to be facing down, so we'll do that. And we are moving on to something different. Okay, that's cool. So the only famous person I have actually met is Wee Man from Jackass. He's the only famous person I have personally met. And I got to meet him at the exchange when I was stationed in Hawaii. Let's see, I'm looking for this piece too. Wait, I think that's already done. Nope, that's already done. Yeah, I got to meet Wee Man. I want to say I met someone else, but I can't. I'm not really thinking of it right now. Oh, I put that on the wrong side. Oh, wait. I met Mark Wahlberg. Forgot about him. I did meet Mark Wahlberg in Afghanistan. He actually flew on one of our helicopters. So, that was kind of cool. He's a real humble guy. Really short, too, so. For those wondering, you know, how tall Mark Wahlberg is. Warwick Davis. He was the original R2, wasn't he? Okay, so... Yeah, he's... How tall is he? I'm going to look that up real quick. But I remember he was shorter than me. He seemed shorter than me, but... Oh. He's listed as 5'8". He's not 5'8". Okay, I am taller than Mark Wahlberg, and I am barely 5'8". Okay, so I'm throwing that out there. I've seen him in person. Okay, here's the Ewoks. Let me buzz my dogs real quick. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so let me get back to this. Yeah, no, internet lists Mark Wahlberg as 5'8". I'm telling you right now, he is not 5'8". I have met him in person. It's a lie. Okay, so this goes through there, and this... The instructions are really not the best. I'm assuming that it just goes there and hangs on. Yeah, if I had to put a number on it, he's probably closer to 5'5". Like, he's not much shorter than I am. But he's a real nice guy. Like, super humble. He hung out with us for a little bit. It was kind of a surprise, too. Like, I don't remember them saying he was coming or not. But he just kind of, like, showed up one day. So. One person I unfortunately never had the chance to meet was Gunnery Sergeant Emery. Y'all would more likely know him as Gunnery Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket. He was actually in the Marine Corps, just like myself, and he spent a lot of time on Camp Pendleton. So he was always at the PX, but I always missed him. I never had the opportunity to ever meet him. So I was a little disappointed in that until he passed away. But he does have his own highway here in California. I believe it's down near Palm Springs. I'd have to look that up. But if you ride over it, if you ride over the highway, it actually plays the Marine Corps hymn, which is, one, it's awesome engineering. I really, really want to go down the road because it's not often you get to drive down a road and hit the little wake-up bumps, and it actually plays a song for you. So, okay. Make these things. And there's 3 holes. And then I need these to pop out. Yes, he was. I think he was the leader of Small Soldiers. He was also one of the ghosts in the movie The Frighteners. And who else did he play? He played a lot of different parts. And he only got his part in Full Metal Jacket because he was a technical advisor for the show, or for the movie. And he didn't like the way that the person they hired to play Gunny Hartman was doing it. So he sent Kubrick a video of him doing it and just insulting. And Kubrick's like, you know what? Do this, no script. So everything you hear in Full Metal Jacket is basically unscripted. Let's see, how is this going to go? This goes here. Yeah. Yeah, everything you hear in Full Metal Jacket is completely unscripted. And I can definitely confirm that a lot of the stuff you hear in Full Metal Jacket is actually said at Marine Corps boot camp. It gets pretty intense on that side. They can't beat you no more, but they beat you. Okay, that's cool. So I'm not into UFC, but it's really, I like seeing like their I do like seeing some of their fights and stuff. Like when there's a big like boxing match or fight, like, you know, I'll start asking about it. Oh yeah, Full Metal Jacket's like a rite of passage for us in the Marine Corps too, so. Yeah, and it's funny, I actually wrote a college paper about Full Metal Jacket too, which is crazy, because it was about film and democracy, I believe it was, and one of my topics was writing about Stanley Kubrick. So I wrote how he would basically write the parts and then he would film them over and over again. I think his record was like 147 tries for a single scene. But yeah, I haven't met any professional fighters. That'd be really cool. I need to build 2 of those. We should have just about 15 minutes because I just heard the Instant Pot pressurize about 2 minutes ago. Okay, and these are going to go here. I'm going to check that beep and see what that was. Okay, the good news is my rice is done, but my pressure cooker still has about 15 minutes before it goes off. Where was I? Okay, the other one. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, you meet the biggest, baddest people on the planet, and they just turn out to be gentle giants. Like, I can't remember his name. The dude from Green Mile showcases that part perfectly. He's just such a huge dude, and he's just so gentle. I mean, I know it's a part, but you know. This thing's going to go in. There we go. And then we're going to ring the top. I'm trying to blank on which character he is. I'm not usually too big into follow. Like, I'll follow like certain actors. Like Ben Starr, I follow him because obviously, you know, Claire Obscure and Daredevil and all that, but I am doing my best to keep track of ads. I haven't seen any more pop up, but I'm pretty sure y'all got hit with a few. Let's see, was that it for this one? No, there's more. Okay. And we are putting corners on this. And that's probably it for this bag. Right, he's an incredible voice actor. Between him and Jennifer English, like, I don't know who's better. Like, Jennifer English has been in 3 huge games lately. Okay, and that's bag 1 down. Okay, so let's move on to bag 2, which I think is still in the box. It is. Okay. Move my R2D2 and that piece over here. Move these to the box. Put my trash to the side. Oh, there it is. Door pile, yep. Yeah, I knew if I knew if you said a character, I'd be able to pick out who he was. Speaking of, a few years ago, the real Gomer Pyle passed away not too long ago. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is is that Darth Malgus? This looks like Darth Malgus. Where's his little mask? So, not to spoil the game, but Jennifer, oh my god, I'm drawing blanks now. Jennifer English just played through Claire Obscure not too long ago, and she did it to showcase parts that a lot of people were missing. And I guess there's a special dialogue at the beginning of the game. There's a special hotel. If you go to the hotel before the start of the expedition, I think it's before the start of the party actually, and you interact with the hotel part 30 times, you'll actually get a different dialogue. And nobody knew that because who is going to interact with that 30 times? Like, it's a little hidden gem that was kind of cool. And then watching her play Baldur's Gate with her partner was amazing. Oh yeah, you should absolutely play it. I love the game. It's my favorite for the year to win Game of the Year. I have no doubt in my mind it's going to do it. Like I said, I won't spoil anything for you. but there is that hotel in the beginning that has that extra dialogue. Okay, what does this piece do? So it's just going to set this piece here, so I'm not sure what it does. We'll just set it off to the side for now. Oh, I guess I do need this piece back. But yeah, I'm actually, obviously don't watch for spoilers, but I do stream Expedition 33 on the weekends. It is going to consume you. Yeah, it's going to consume you. It's a fantastic game. It is very well done. I would say one of the... It's a game of the century. Like, I don't know how anyone tops it, to be honest. So, yeah, I stream it on the weekend, so don't watch, obviously, because you don't want it to get spoiled. Hopefully you haven't been spoiled on anything yet. So, unfortunately, I had small spoilers, thankfully, nothing like major, but it was like what characters are who and all that stuff. Only one of them was unwilling, thankfully, but that part could have hit way harder had I not been spoiled. Awesome. I hope you continue to do it. I know as it stays released, it's going to get harder and harder. Because we're, what, like 2 months out now? So, let's see what was next. Flip this over and the big gear. But this weekend, Saturday, I plan on finishing this on stream. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be playing a game. I'm playing a game called... I'm going to look it up because the name is like so unbelievable. I actually saw it from someone on Blue Sky. It is called... Okay, it's called Heavy Spoilers RPG, The True Identity of the... Yeah, Heavy Spoilers RPG, The True Identity of the Final Enemy is the Hero's Father. So, on Sunday, I'll be playing that. I looked into it. It looks like it's a 3-hour game. So, chances are I'll be playing it start to finish. If I do stream on and Thursday for Juneteenth, I'm going to be streaming, possibly streaming. I have a coworker who is playing a game called Lords of the Fallen, and he wants to try some stuff out with me on there. So I'm going to hop on with him, and I got his permission today to stream it if we do. Apparently they released a huge update. Yeah, I know, it's like, I love the long name games and the long name like anime and stuff. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Yeah, the game we're going to be playing is called Lords of the Fallen. And I guess there's an update, like, so I'm going to do a free trial, and he has the actual game, and supposedly he can actually invite me in to the game, and we have shared progress and multiplayer together through the entire game, and I never have to buy it. I just have to have a free trial. So we'll be doing a first look at that on Thursday's the plan, assuming I don't have anything else going on. Yeah, we were actually talking about that a little bit today at work, like all the anime with like really long titles, and then the titles don't make sense with what's actually in the show. Okay. Yeah, so we're actually playing through Split Fiction here, and we are having a ton of fun with it. Obviously, I'm not streaming it because that's, yeah, it'd be horrible. Yeah, Split Fiction's a great game if you haven't played that one. For anyone in here that hasn't played it. Let's see, I'm going to take this, I'm going to go here. And one of these here. And then this goes here. Yeah, so there was one I saw a few years ago. I can't remember. I don't remember the name of the show exactly, but I remember the title screen was like a picture of like a bunny girl, and I want to say the title was like "Senpai dresses as a bunny girl" or something like that. And that like scene is in the show for like 3 seconds, and that's it. Like the whole show is nothing like that apparently, but that's it for the show. Oh, I forgot pieces. And then we are putting these on the end. There it is. I'm glad you knew it. Yeah, I haven't seen the show at all, but I know of that scene and of it. So that's kind of crazy how they did it. It's like the most. It's so ridiculous how they do it. Okay, how does this happen? Wait, this works this way. I love looking at these parts and it's like I can't tell what's going on. Okay, and then this has a ramp here. Hello to everyone jumping back in. I do have some people in ads, so I'm going to wait for them to come back before I continue chatting. They got about a minute left. When you get stuck in ads, I do have them run about every 30 minutes. So, that being said, I'm still tinkering it because I'm still very new to the affiliate program. So as I get more experienced, I'll figure out what works best for everybody. Oh, welcome back. I'm glad you let me know because it says on my screen that there's still ads for, another 30 seconds. Okay, let me let you guys out. Come on, outside. Yeah, so I'm still working on the ad stuff. But yeah, so how is that series? I obviously haven't seen it, just that one little bit. I'm missing a piece here. There it is. Never mind. Blends in with my white countertops. And I'll go check on the food in just 1 second. As soon as I finish this bag, I'll go check on it. It'll let me know by beeping, but I like to have an idea of when I need to start getting to a stopping point on this thing. Let's see what is next. And then the little ramp. Oh, never mind, there it is. So we got about 10 minutes left on dinner. It's a romance, mystery, and some weird supernatural elements. Okay. So for someone who grew up watching Evangelion, Dragon Ball Z, I'm assuming you'd probably recommend it then. So I grew up with Dragon Ball Z and all that. And then Toonami, so like Tenchi in Tokyo and stuff like that. But I have tried hunting down like the Tenchi in Tokyo I remember, and I never found it because the stuff I did find doesn't make sense. It doesn't match what I remember. Okay, do this side the same way, I think. Yes, same way. But we did just finish Blue-Eyed Samurai. That was a pretty solid show. Okay, I'm missing. No, I'm not. Okay. Are those something that would be suitable for children's? Gotta let my dogs in. Just a second. They can wait while I finish this little piece. Okay. Okay. I need to build this next because I won't attach anything just yet. Right here. This goes here. Okay, and then we're going to take this side. Yes, that was for those that don't know, the dog that just came in was my newest puppy, Delta. She is as we call it, a trash dog. Okay. Well, he's 11, so it's probably something he wouldn't watch anyways. There we go, just a click. So, come here, you. This is Delta. I guess she doesn't want to stand up today. She's actually behaving. Okay. And then little extra parts. Come here, look. So this is Delta. She's about she'll be a year in November, I think. She'll be about a year old in November. Okay, bag 3. Don't know if I have enough time to do bag 3 yet. 12, 5, 6, 8. 4, and 7. You know what? We're going to do bag 3 anyways. And then when dinner's done, it's good because it's all in the warmers. So we'll finish bag 3 and then I'll stop until the next time I do a build stream. Yeah, so that was Delta. I do have another dog, black one. We got her from the shelter, and they said she was a lab mix, but we did the DNA on her, and she is half pit bull, half Rottweiler, but she's the sweetest thing in the world. So but she's still outside somewhere. I'll call her in a minute. All right, yeah, and absolutely, you'll see the meal on Blue Sky too, because I'm definitely posting this one up. I love this meal. So, you enjoy. Thank you for stopping by. So for everyone else here, I'm just going to finish up bag 3, and then I will check dinner, give it a taste test, and then we'll close out. Okay, I need to do these two. I forgot this step. I'm moving a little quickly here. Yep, those come off. Good thing I looked at that. These parts go here. Okay. Then we have this. That's done. And up top, we have another piece here. And then two brown pieces. This part goes here with these. I guess it would help if I move the book so y'all can see what's going on more. Okay, and then these go here. And this one's going to go here. Glad I took the time to do his bag because it's going along pretty quick. Also, for those here, I do have my own personal goal of 100 followers on here. Once I hit that part, I'm going to... I know my face is shown a few times in here in this stream. I figured it was going to happen anyways. Not too worried about it, but I'll do the full face reveal and all that when I get to 100 followers on Twitch. Did I do that right? No, I missed a piece. So at that point, I'll start streaming on camera. I gotta look into the whole Xbox and how the Xbox works with cameras, but PlayStation, I will definitely do that. And then same thing with my when I stream from my laptop. So that being said, you know, feel free to share it out. Help me reach that goal. So I figured it's not too ambitious. I think about 30 away right now. I did get a few extra today when I posted up that I was going to be cooking. They were all excited, so... And this and this. Go to the next page. Okay, blue with the white top. It's crazy. They actually have people that speed build Legos, and that like blows my mind that people are like, "Oh, let's just go. We're gonna build as quick as we can." I don't get it, but whatever. To each their own, I guess. Okay. Oops. done. This part goes here. Almost forgot that. And then this part goes here. And then we have this piece here, corners. This piece. Okay. And we're going to put here, there. Okay, I think that's all of it. Nope, sides. Okay, so ramp's going to face up. Same thing on the other side. But on this side, we have this piece. And then that is it. Let's go to this side and connect it. Okay. Don't know if you're still here, Morticia, but it looks like this is the body of him. So he'll probably stand about this tall with his head about here. So yeah, about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. That's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to go and put this in here and click it in place. And what did I have in this little box? Oh, I didn't see anything to use that. Let me go back and look just to make sure I didn't miss it. No, nothing said to use that, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, so we're going to put that back in the box. And put him with that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put this here so I know we're on step 4. Alright, and let's go check out dinner. Okay. So it has been about 10 minutes since it stopped. So I don't know how well this is going to be on stream, but I'm going to release the pressure because it's done manual, a natural release for about 10 minutes after I let my other dog in. Okay. So it's done a natural release for about 10 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and release the pressure. I don't know how loud it's going to be on stream, so I do apologize if it is loud. One of these days it'll stop. Okay, just about there. Speed it up. Okay. Wait for the air to stop, and then I will take a look. Okay. Let's give it a stir. This looks really good. Okay, get a little taste of it real quick. Okay, so y'all can see what we're looking at here. It's our end game here. This is stuffed bell pepper soup. And I'm going to taste it, see if I need to add anything. Honestly, a little salt and it'll be good. So add that directly to the pot. Okay, that was really good. Let me show you what a full bowl would look like. Okay, so a full bowl, we're looking at some brown rice for this meal with some stuffed pepper soup. You just mix it all up. And that's why they call it stuffed pepper soup, because it looks just like the inside of a stuffed bell pepper. And overall, this meal is one of the better ones I've ever had. Super easy to cook, as y'all saw. It took me 20 minutes of prep time. It's mostly cutting peppers, onions, and then cooking everything. So if you don't have a lot of time, you make this. The Instant Pot does everything for you. The pressure cooker does everything for you. The rice cooker I have, I want to show y'all that. I'm going to take you over that real quick. So this is actually the rice cooker I have. It cooks pretty much anything I need. Brown rice, white rice, congee, jasmine, quinoa, sushi rice. I've made full meals in it. I'll chop broccoli and carrots up. Throw the rice in, throw the broccoli and carrots in on top, and throw whatever meats I'm gonna have with it. And it'll cook it all for however long the white rice is cooking. I have not tried doing that with brown rice. I'm assuming it would just overcook it, but the white rice cooking for about an hour does the trick. So it's the Zojirushi. I'll put it in chat, so that way everyone has it. So it is. Okay, that's the rice cooker I use. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of these people. This is just the equipment I use. So I would recommend getting that stuff if you're just hurting for time or something like that. Other than that, I do thank y'all for stopping by for this. This was a really unique stream for me. My first time doing a stream that's not gaming related. I'm gonna try and do more because I actually had a good time with this. I like cooking. I like showing off my skills, and you know, maybe I'll make homemade pizza on a stream or something one day. But that's a different story. We'll figure that out. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end out the stream now. Thank you all for showing up. It means so much to see so many people in here and interacting the entire time. I would not be at this point without you guys. So thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna try and raid out. I haven't tried that from here, so maybe. No, that's not it. Maybe I can do it from my phone. I don't know how to read out, so I'm just going to go ahead and end out the stream now. Alright, y'all have a great night. Thank you for stopping by.